Huh? Yo.
Yeah! Let me load down your music. 1 second.
Nah, do your thing.
Well, it finally is an
What's
Elijah!
poppin'? What's poppin'?
We're here with Elijah the boy, y'all. Jacina Love. Oh my goodness. Yo, you're not gonna let the city rest? You're just gonna keep putting on
Nah,
for the city?
it's time. I'm telling you, it's time. It's time. It's been time,
It's been
especially.
time, which is
It's
what we're gonna talk about. It's
exactly.
been time.
It's
Well,
been
let's
time.
let's let's start correctly, yo. We got Bronx's own, one of New York's favorites, cause he's really putting on for the city. I cannot, Elijah. I want to know, where did the love for what you're doing, for rap, for hip hop, begin for you? Where did it start?
For me, it started with, honestly, I give everything to my mother. She had me at a very young age. So me being close to my mom and her being super young, she was always hip to like music and what's going on, especially growing up in the Bronx. Like it's like you go outside, there's people playing music in the store, there's
That's
people
right.
playing music in front on a stoop in front of, like it's a part of the whole culture just growing up. So me, with my mom, she had bought me a stereo when I was like 10, and she bought me like a bunch of CDs when I was a kid. And she just always played like Biggie in the crib. She was a big Usher fan. She was like always playing that around the crib. Plus she played her Spanish and shit like that. But that I always gravitated towards. So I was like, there's a bunch of videos, like there's pictures with me with mics at like 10 years old singing. Like it's just always been part of my everything, you know?
I love that. I love that you're always talking about your family, your mom and your sister, so dear to you. Before we get into family, though, I usually ask, and I don't mean to say that you're young, but that whole vibe of coming, that whole pride, I want to say, of coming from the Bronx, where it all began. You
Yeah,
saying it, you know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
off the bat said it from the jump.
yeah.
Talk to me about that pride. Is there a pressure that goes behind that? Is there, just
Um,
just being proud of where you're from? You have to put on. Talk to
Of
me.
course, of course. I mean, at least with me, my whole coming up with everything was like I never wanted to get lit anywhere else but my city. Like
Ooh.
I always told my team and my bros and everybody like, yo, nah, I gotta get the city like lit. Like I want cars, every other car driving by pumping my shit. You feel me? Like that was like important to me. So I think it just comes with New York has like this, and everybody says it. They make fun of it, whatever the case might be. We are aggressive out here, and we like to walk like a certain type of way. So and some people take it the wrong way, but then other people like they like it. They like, damn, I want to be that confident. So with me, it was like, yo, I've always been that way. Like I've always been like, yo, I want niggas is about to hear me. You feel me? So that was important to me. Like I needed the city to be on smash. So that's why early on I started doing shows in the city first. I started doing meet and greets in the city. I started like really going out there and trying to have the city fucking with me because that was like real important to me, you know?
I absolutely love that. You already know New York stomping with the big dogs.
Yeah, man. It was
One
super
of,
important.
I mean, getting into your mom and your sister, one of my favorite freestyles you did is for your mom and your sisters,
Yeah,
two separate ones. I
yeah,
felt, I don't know, Elijah, the love you put into that, the genuine in you. Let's
yeah.
talk about that. What made you put those two out?
Well, me, I've always been a family man. Like I grew up around women my whole life. Like my dad, unfortunately he passed away when I was 1 year old.
Rest
So
his soul.
it was straight women around me. My stepmother, I got a stepmother. She raised me as well. So like I've always been around women. So my love for females and my appreciation for females was always like taught to me early on, and just having that, like I ain't have a lot of family growing up. It was kind of just my mom, my sister, my stepmom. Like it was always them. Like everybody else, yeah, they were there, but they weren't like immediate family. You feel me? Like they were like, oh, they live over here. So that like was it stuck with me. You feel me? I'm a mama's boy. Like I love my mom, and my sister is like that's my heart. Like I wanna show her that shit is possible because coming where we from, like they don't believe it. Like people don't see it. Like people, and I had to understand, like coming up, everybody deals with like, oh, if you tell somebody, yo, I want to be a rapper, but you're not popping yet, they look at you like you got three heads, or they like, oh, another
Yep,
one. Like they don't
that's
take
right.
it serious. But as soon as you start showing them and start having accolades and start doing certain things, that's when everybody like jumps on. And I used to feel a type of way about that, but I personally don't no more because seeing is believing at the end of the day. So they got to see it. Like once I want to be that first one from Hunts Point. Like obviously there's people in the Bronx killing it, but there's nobody from my hood that popped off at least. So I'm gonna be the first one, and it's gonna inspire a lot of people after that. But the question with my mom is just it's always been that way since she's so young, and like our age differences are not far. Like that's like my dog. Like I go to a club with her, we smoke hookah together, we be chilling, like we be like it really that. Like it's like Instagram. What you see on Instagram is really my relationship, bro. Like if I call her on FaceTime right now, she'd be like, "Yo, my nigga was good." Like that's how she is. You feel me?
I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
And you know, you also put out a freestyle for Junior too. That I
Yeah.
was like, and again, it just shows how you're there, like you're on the grounds with this. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
no, of
saying?
course, because his sister's a good friend of mine. So like I felt like, especially it happened like literally 10 minutes from where I grew up. So like I felt like there was something I was able to speak on. Like being an artist, not every story you tell has to be your story. Sometimes it could be somebody confided in you and somebody told you whatever. Like you could tell me a situation that happened to you in your life, and just you confided in me, and that I'm able to tell it for you, or just put my perspective. And one thing about me, which I feel like the new generation, like a lot of them aren't, like, which hats off to them. They might be a little bit more creative with it. They might be able to, freestyle records and come off the top. I'm not that type of artist. You feel me? I'm more calculated. I'm more pen driven. Like I'll write my thoughts down. I'll come up with the theme of the song before I even write the lyrics. Like, okay, this is about to be about this. Like I'm way more calculated with it because I don't have that gift where I could just be like off the top of the dome, da da da. I could freestyle, but it's not gonna be like some deep shit. And also, just growing up with my mother, um, just the storytelling aspect is what made me fall in love with music. So I might do the like my new single "Send 'Em Up" is hype, it's the drill shit, is whatever's going on. But if you hear me, I could always storytell. Like I could always put you somewhere, or you I could take you in a moment. You feel me? Like that's my real talent. Like that's where I live. You feel me?
And I love. Sorry about that. And I
No,
love that
God.
you said that because honestly, it really puts into perspective, just again, I'm in my bag.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it just puts into perspective, especially for the younger culture coming up. Everybody feels like they need to be the next Jay-Z. Everybody feels like, oh, I do this off the top of the head. I do this. When in all reality, it's an art. And
Yeah,
with art,
yeah,
you take your time. Painters don't paint something and throw it out there. They gotta gloss it up. They gotta put it on the, they gotta take it from the they gotta take it from the paper and put it to the canvas. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's an art, and it truly shows that you explaining that. You made another point. You said you were mama's boy, but I think that's a little bit of the Puerto Rican culture in you.
yeah, yeah, definitely,
Shouts to
definitely.
all my Latinos out there. You're Puerto Rican and Ecuadorian, correct?
Yes, yes.
I absolutely love that. I feel like right now, I mean, us Latinos, we've been on.
Yeah,
They've been
yeah,
sleeping on us.
of
But
course.
right now, I feel like it's such a good time to be a Latino. And how are you taking to that?
I'm very prideful of it. Like I always said, like especially in hip hop, we've always been here, but like
That's right.
some people, you got to understand the world is so big that certain people from other places don't even know what a Latino is. They don't even they see us like they look at me and you, they think we white. Like it's just so much like
Yep.
things. You feel me? So it's like I look at it like it's such a crazy thing because we've been in this shit. Like we've been going hard, and especially growing up in the Bronx, like it's been we started together. You feel me? Like
That's
it's
right.
always been in every hood. You go to every hood, like especially the hood I grew up in. It's straight Spanish and black people, or it's straight this and that. You feel me? Like we always been a part of it. But now I think it's starting to cut through. Like you see Spanish music starting to be on the charts with hip hop. You see hip hop artists starting to hop on Spanish songs. So it's like it's starting to really blend together, and I love it. Honestly, I'm here for it. I'm a part of it. I feel like I'm like I grew up in hip hop and I'm also Spanish. So it's like I
It's the
fit. I
best
live.
of both
Yeah,
worlds.
yeah. I live right there. You feel me? So I'm for it. I'm all for it.
I love it. All right, so let's talk numbers.
Yeah.
Now, 10 Toes, that was what, 2 million views in a month.
Yeah, that shit went
2
crazy.
million views in a month.
That put me on. Like that really like solidified my fan base. But what I did after the fact is what really like
That
I feel
consistency.
yeah, not only that is because like I feel like people they get a moment and they don't dive into that. Me, when I got that moment, I was like, okay, I need to touch the people. Like that's why like early on, I feel like now, I feel like there's two versions of Elijah the Boy. You feel me? Like it's early on
Tell
that's
us,
been
tell
that's
us.
been with the fans. Like I feel like the fans been knew about me, my organic fan base, and now the industry is starting to wake up. Like now the industry is starting to fuck with me. Now I'm like, now I'm on the radio. Now I'm in the clubs. Now like you feel me? But it took time. Like it needed to be that way. And I used to beat myself up over the head, like, damn, my niggas ain't fucking with me, like da da da, because I used to get so much love from real people.
Real
But it
people.
like I've been selling out shows since 2017, you
Yep,
know. I
yep.
did a meet and greet with and this is all like you niggas could scroll down my gram. Like
Yo,
I did
that
a
meet
meet
and greet,
you feel me?
insane.
Yeah, like it was on some Justin Bieber shit. Like it was so funny. It was so funny because like it was like I was so like I remember setting that up with my boys, and the way I did that was I just walked in that bitch. Like I was like, yo, I want to talk to a manager. Yo, I'm Elijah the Boy. I got this type of. I've always been a person like even if you see like how I talk, I can handle myself. Like I know how to handle conversations. I learned that early on. Like I was like, yo, you can't go into these meetings and meeting people and with that hood mentality or with that
That's right.
you can't talk that way because they gonna think you stupid. So like me, I was like, nah, I gotta know how to talk. I gotta stand on my own, and I always been my own man. So when I walked into that Reebok, I was like, yo, I got this many fans. I sell out shows already. I could bring mad people here. We can set it up in a way that you make a profit. Let's do it. And they were all for it. And then we did it, and it turned out crazier than expected. But shit like that, like that's why I felt like early on I was always doing these things and always pushing that needle, but I didn't have the love from the industry yet. I understand that that shit is built on relationships. Like even with you, I hit you up. We got that relationship now. Like
That's
you the
right.
bro. You feel me? You the homie.
Yeah.
But you got to do that type of stuff, and that's something I wasn't doing early on. I was just fueling the fans, which is okay because at the end of the day, now I got diehard fans that really fuck with me. You know, so it's like either or we winning. You feel me?
No, honestly, I really feel it showed a genuine aspect of you.
Yeah,
Something that people are always so eager to tap into the industry, to tap into those numbers, to tap. And you came and you tapped into the community. Again,
yeah,
the groundwork, that footwork,
of
that
course.
that backbone. Because usually you pop off with the industry and then you don't even have the backbone yet. So you're
Nah,
dropping music and you still don't have the numbers. You have the numbers. So
yeah,
the moment you get to that, you're
it's
there
up.
already. You know what I'm
It's
saying? You're
up.
there
It's
already.
up. It's gonna be so disrespectful. I swear to God, they're gonna hate me. I know what's about to happen. Like I already said it. Like I have these conversations with my bros all the time. Like I'll be like, yo, I swear to God, it's about to be like real aggressive too. I'll be like, yo, I swear to God, it's about to be so up because of how I look at it. I was like, yo, I already got my fans. They love me. You feel me? Like they in the comments talking about how much
Yo,
they
they're
love
going
me. You feel me?
crazy.
And I
Yeah.
love them. I love them so much. And early on, bro, like fans been tattooing these are my albums. I tattoo all my albums on me like all the time. Like I got one right here, one right here, one right here. So that's something I do every time I drop a project. I just like to mark it on my body just so it could be with me. You feel me? So now my fans tattoo my albums on them. Like my fans tattoo my
I
name on them.
love it.
So like this is like usually you would think of an artist that's super out here, feel me? But I'm doing this early on. Why? Because I touched the people early. I was trying to do that. And I feel like if fans act like they act artists when they see me in the street or they see me in the club or they see me wherever, they always ask me that question. Like, yo, how'd you do and I'll be like, bro, you gotta focus on touching the people. Like really touch the people. Yo,
That's
you
right.
you 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 DM them, you talk to them, you do whatever the case might be. And they're gonna fuck with you so heavy because they're gonna feel like they bro, they friend, their family's winning. You feel me? It's a different type of push, and they don't understand it. So I tapped into that early, and now we making the bangers for the clubs. We doing whatever we gotta do, and now it's up. Like it's about to be up, bro. I swear to God.
Yo, and let's be clear, Elijah's not signed to anybody, has no manager
Huh.
behind him. That was something that when I spoke to you for the first time and we got so deep into conversation, we were talking, and I'm like, all right, so Let's have your manager hit up my manager. You're like,
I was like, nah,
nah, you
nah,
already
just
hit it. We're going to have make this happen just through me.
yeah. Early. Nah, you good. Yeah,
But again, your your movies, like your videos, bro. I'm like, your
yeah,
movies, renting
yeah,
cars, doing all of that. This is all you, all
yeah.
footwork. He's
I set
on the
that up.
grounds out here.
Yeah, people don't understand that. Like artists like to do certain shit. Like they want to get people to do all the work for them, and I can't be that way. Like even when I have a team, and even when I start having that like people where they take the weight off my shoulders, I'm still gonna want to be hands on because I can't. I don't. It just don't sit right with me. Like I need to know what's going on. What we doing? Are you doing it already, or do I need to step in? Like that's how I am. I've always been that way. So like even with Send Them Up before it dropped, I did 300 DJ drops for DJs before the song came out. Same way I DM'd you, I hit up everybody. I DM'd everybody. I called everybody. I said, yo, bro, I got a record out. It's about to drop. I got a record that's about to drop. Here's a dub plate. Here's a drop. Just listen to it. Let me know if you fuck with it. People don't do that. And I'm sitting here on my phone in my bed, like, all right, let me hit this person. Spending that time, an hour, 2 hours, whatever I got to do. Because at the end of the day, this is what I live for. You feel me? I
That's
love
right.
this shit. So when you eat, sleep, and breathe this shit, it's all gonna work out. Like that's how I feel. Like I never get. Sometimes I ain't gonna lie. I get in my bag. I'll be whatever the case might be. But
That's
that's just
natural. That's
yeah.
human.
That's the human in me. But I never lived there. I just visit. You feel me? Like that's
For
all.
real. For real. I like how you put that. I don't live there. I just visit it.
Yeah. You feel me?
Yo, so what's next, man? Tell us what's next. We have Send 'Em Up out, going
Hmm.
ham. Everybody,
Crazy.
yo, before you even dropped this, we spoke about it, and I
Yeah.
was like,
Like,
I was like,
you
yo,
was
there's
like you was low key
there's
shocked. You was
so
like,
many punchlines. Like I was like, what?
yeah.
Wait a minute, and I kept going back to it, sending them to you.
Yeah, I was like, cause that's no funny shit. Like, I knew I had a good record. Like, I have a bunch of records. I record myself. I got my own studio. Like, I know how to do all that shit, and that's also what fans gotta learn how to do. But like, there's certain records that like I listen to, and I'm just like, I know why this one's gonna gravitate. Like you understand it. Like me,
For real.
I knew why because of the hook was so catchy that you hear it one time. Like I had friends. Like I'll test shit out. Like I'll play it for friends. I'll have friends come to the studio and I'm like, yo, listen to this. What you think? And don't gas me. Don't I'm your man's or whatever the case
For
might be. But
real.
keep it 100. Like if it's trash, it's trash. Like that's it. You feel me? So when I was playing it for them, like it was the first listen, bro, and the third time the hook came around, they were singing it. And
That was me.
once I saw that, I was like, "Oh, nah, it's up!" Like they know, you know
This
the
is
hook.
it.
There's, you feel me?
When
So,
there's those catchy little tones in it, and you
hmm
just, I was automatically like, I'm in my bag. I'm
yeah,
gonna
you
keep
feel
saying
me?
it.
Yeah, it's like it's part of it. So like me, and the thing about me too is like you said, like you did your research. Like I, my pen, I could rap, bro. Like that's the thing. But I can also make hit songs. Like I can make club songs. I can make love songs. I can do whatever the fuck. So
Oh
now
man, I
I feel
love it.
like it's time. Like I'm gonna do whatever. That's why I remember I put up a video, and I was like, yo, because somebody
Yo, just
commented,
the video you put the other day, 90,000 in 2 days, three
yeah,
days. I'm like, yo, the numbers, yo, numbers don't lie.
they're going up. It's going up. It's time.
They
It's
better
time.
start
That's all I'm saying.
realizing
Nah,
before
that
you just
next
make your
record.
own record label and you do your own out here because you're already doing
Nah, I did
it.
have I have my own LLC done and everything. That's why I'm real smart and hands on with this. Like my what I go by that's under my shit is called O&I, and I made it early on. It stands for Outsiders Never Inside. And the reason I made that label for me was I got it tatted on my body, like all that shit for real, for real. It's real. Like I live by this shit.
I love that
It's
shit.
it's because I made it. It stands for Outsiders Never Inside, and the reason why I made it is what we spoke about. Like I always felt like an outsider to the industry. Like I was doing mad shit, but you wouldn't hear me get talked about in the blogs. You wouldn't hear me like niggas wasn't talking about me in the industry. So I felt like I was like a bubble outside the industry. So I was
I
like, you know
feel
what?
you.
I was like, you know what? If niggas ain't gonna let me in the industry, I'm a body shit
I'm getting
outside.
in. That's
Yeah,
it. And that's that whole New York Bronx mentality too. Come on. We're gonna
yeah.
stomp our way in. Yo, you're gonna have to give me 2 seconds. I'm afraid my phone's gonna die. This has never happened, but I gotta put my charger in.
Again, I got a
So to the people.
yeah, I got a phone call by accident. Yo, what's poppin'? Yo, Leo was good. I'm gonna read the comments. Kayla was popping. Yeah, my fault. My phone rang.
We here, we here, we here. I'm not playing. I'm like, I better not get, yo, I don't get to save this. I'm gonna be so sad.
Nah. You good. You good. You good.
So man, Elijah, I'm just like, I'm so excited. Again, I also feel like I said in the beginning, I keep saying this, you're super genuine. I feel like
Yeah.
when it comes to those that are putting love and light out there, not that the industry is not looking for that, not that, but that's not what sells in the beginning.
No,
You know,
I
people
had
have to
well,
trust you before they're showing that love. People have, and it's unfortunate. But again,
yeah,
like we said, you created that on your
yeah.
own.
I
You
had to.
created that with your people.
I had to because like at the end of the day, growing up where I grew up, I ain't know nobody. Like I ain't know I my cousin wasn't a A&R for whatever my like
That's
nobody
right.
I ain't know nobody. So I felt like, you know what, we just gonna turn up and we gonna make so much noise that niggas just gonna have to pay attention to me. And I feel like that's what started to happen. Like people were like, oh, who is he? Like and then I get DMs from people every day. They like, yo, where you been at? Like, where'd you come from? I said, bro, I've been
Yep.
outside. Like, I've been out here, bro. It's just that you wasn't hip to me yet, which is fine. It's nobody's fault. Like, it's just it's timing. Like, you discover your favorite artist when you discover them. Like, it's up to you. So I leave it how it is. Like, as long as I'm working, as long as I'm putting out music, as long as I'm doing what I got to do, I feel good in what I'm doing. When you find out, when you catch up, that's on you. You feel me? That's how I feel about it.
Such a blessing, man. Such a blessing. Your
Yeah.
whole mentality, your way of speaking. That's one thing you hit that on the nose too. We speak to
Yeah.
some of these artists and it's very hand, hold, hand. They don't know what they're
Nah.
saying, you know, and you got it all, bro. You really
Because
got it
I
all.
had to. I had to. You know what I did? I had to learn these lessons. Like I've been like I look at it as me being in this shit for so long as also a blessing in disguise because it taught me how to move certain ways. Like I remember being in the studio one time, and I won't say names, but I was in the studio and somebody asked me to play their record, and there was somebody play a record, and there was somebody big, and I'm playing my record for them, and I'm really giving them that energy that like, yo, you feel me? But there was another artist in the back, and when it was time to play his record, he just went to the back of the room and sat like this. And I'm like, yo, bro, I ended up talking to him after, and I was like, bro, no funny shit. I'm gonna give you some advice. And he was like, what? And I was like, yo, if they see that you don't believe in your shit, you're not gonna get them to believe in your shit, bro. So you can't be all quiet, talk your shit. They don't.
Yep.
At the end of the day, and I had this conversation with my bro the other day. People want you to be humble, but they don't respect humble. They don't respect when
This
niggas
is
is
what I'm
quiet in the
saying.
back. Like you gotta show them. Like you gotta really be like, you know what? Fuck it. You're gonna listen to me. And and people tell me like they see the shift in my energy. They're like, yo, he's talking his shit a lot more. And I was like, nigga, because I had to, because I was doing so much shit and y'all weren't listening. Now I'm talking my shit and y'all like, oh, but I got the accolades to back it up. So I can do whatever the fuck I want. That's how I feel. That's
I
generally
love
how I
it.
feel.
I love it. Yo, you know what you just reminded me of too? When Schmurda went to the label, right? What was it? He went to the labels right before getting signed. And he's
They
stepping
on
on,
the
stomping on the
table.
tables, and he's
Yeah.
yo, you gotta feel your music. That's your
Yeah, that
business.
video legendary. He nigga hopped off the table dancing. Goat, legendary, free
That's gonna
body.
be you, Elijah. Well,
I don't
technically,
care.
you already did that for work. So the day you go in, you're just gonna be signing paperwork, and you're gonna be all over.
Honestly, if between me and you, I'm not even chasing a deal. Like what I look at it more as I want as much leverage as possible. I want to build, I want to own as much as possible. I want to build my catalog so that the day that one of my records really like up, I got a catalog to fall behind. So I think that's why so many people are starting to become real fans of me because they hear one record, then they go on Apple Music and they like, oh, this nigga got like 100 other records. So now you become an instant fan. I think artists forget you gotta have a catalog. You gotta have like them accolades lined up because when it is your time, are you ready for that? And I felt like I had to go through what I had to go through because now I'm ready for that. You whatever the fuck happens in the next year and when it's up, I've done so much shit that it's like it's people are gonna be like, it's about time. Like you feel me? So that's important too. I
Man,
got
Elijah, you here forever, man. That's
I'm not trying to
that.
be a temporary. Like I'm not one of these little artists and no offense to them, like get your money. But like I'm not one of these artists that just get a song and then they can't do nothing. Like you gonna fuck with me for me. Like you gonna one. This is the thing that I learned about this music shit too is that it's not just about the music. People gotta fall in love with you. The reason why they like the baby is because yes, he makes great music, but his personality is they fuck with that. They like how he talks
Right.
his shit. They like how he walks. They like how he acts on social media. Like there's so much aspects to this shit. And once
Right.
they fall in love with you for who you are, they here forever. So you got to do more than just music. That's why some people right now in these comments, probably never heard my song, but they like how the fuck I'm talking right now, and they about to follow me. You feel me? It's certain shit. Like it's certain shit. And I'm smart. I'm young, but I study this shit. I'm not. I'm one of those old souls. Like I'm gonna study this shit. I'm a know my shit. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, when you meet these people, I want to know what the fuck they talking about. So
Now, Mama did good with you.
that's my dog. Shout out
She
mom.
did good with you. And to think, 15 years old, she had you, and and you guys grew like best friends, but at the same time, you took to her struggle.
Nah, of course I live with
It
that. Like,
molded you. You know what I'm saying? The way you're genuine, appreciative. Like it just shows so much, Elijah. And I cannot wait to see what's in store for you.
yo, it's not for real. On note what you said, like that always stuck with me. Like I got personal songs where I'm talking about how I felt like she gave up her life to have me, and the reason why I always carry that on my shoulders is because I know so many girls that would just abort a kid in 2 seconds. You feel me? So the fact that she could have took the easy route,
Right.
but she decided to struggle, to me, it meant the world to me. So I feel like she didn't have a childhood. So when it's time to be up, I'm giving her those experiences. Like I took my mom to Hawaii. She comes to my show. She be jumping on the stage. Like she feels like a kid again because she didn't get to have those moments. So to me, that's what I do it for. When you have a real reason to do this shit, God got a plan for you. Like, but when you do it for the wrong reasons, it's gonna fall off. You might get it, but it's gonna fall off. When you really doing this shit for real life reasons, it's up forever. So that's why I believe at least.
Yo, man, I couldn't end the year with a better interview, bro. Yo, truly
Gang.
genuine. You're putting on for the city. From the city, I'm the city right now. So we thank you.
Yeah,
Eh?
thank you so much. This interview was fire.
Yo, stay tuned for everything Elijah got coming. You got any
Definitely.
surprises? Want to drop right now?
Uh, just expect something first thing of the new year. We got something coming. A lot more music and a lot more of me telling my story and a lot more. Yeah, just gonna see a lot more. I'm about to go crazy and definitely expect me to talk my shit a whole lot more. So it's
Yo,
about to
we're
be
gonna
lit.
expect us to have a sit down in the new year too, because this is just a clip of what we have to talk about.
Definitely. A lot more in store.
Yo, Elijah, I thank you. Stay true
Thank
to
you
who
so
you
much.
are, baby, because you got it. You got
Thank you so
this.
much.
It's
I
your
appreciate
time
you.
now.
It's up. It's up.
Let's go.
Thank you so much.
Thanks again, love.
All right, bye.
Yo, that was Elijah the boy again. Nothing like the hearts in New York and all over the city. I mean, all around the world, right? Guys, I thank you guys for staying locked with me this year. We're on to 2021. This is my last of this year, but not the last of the last. So stay locked. Download Dash. Stay locked with Dash. Have yourself a safe and happy new year. Jacina Love everything. Find me, follow me, let's work. Yo, I thank y'all for the love. We out of here, y'all. See y'all in 2021.